Today, we are going to look at exactly where to start when designing a room, the 2 things you can do to make your design pop, and if you're designing a small space, if you're curious how ideas stack and evolve into something that feels cohesive and natural together, that's what we're doing here. We're making a fully formed design mood board and design idea for a small space, and I think you're gonna like it. I like it. Nice to see you all. My husband and I have recently purchased this home here in Minnesota. It's a 1970s-ish property that hasn't really had any updating. And we are updating this to something more my speed, something more modern, more unique, just bringing it into this century. We're gonna hang out this snowy morning and put together the design for this bathroom with a little bit of forethought. We're starting with a brand new Miele note board. I like to operate here. So the first thing we're going to do is change up this background. We're gonna remove this dot grid and we're probably gonna change the color. We're gonna go ahead and change it now, but we might change it later. For now, just a little creamy background is gonna do. Starting a design like this, I really picked one thing to wrap this whole thing around, and that is our shower tile. Do I absolutely love the Zalige tiles that are popular right now? Yes, gorgeous. Small little tiles. However, my contractor, aka husband, is not a full-time tiler or in fact even a contractor. He has a real daytime job. His request, 12 by 24 tiles. I ended up selecting a beautiful blue tile. We're already starting the design off with 2 things. Personal appreciation. Why do blue tiles sound fun? Because I have blue eyes and I want to feel pretty in my shower and like my eyes pop. And secondly, if you take a look at this tile, it has a lot of veining, kind of orangey, reddish. That's on purpose. That is because this house has high iron levels in the water. And regardless of the filtration that we've put in, there is likely to be iron staining at some point in this shower and all the fixtures in this home. So this is kind of an attempt to hide some of that. Obviously, we're gonna clean the shower. And also, I don't want to feel like I put brand new Spartan tile in that's going to be ruined by the realities of the systems in this house. So the idea is to work with the systems, not against them. So in that case, we're bringing in the rust in on our own to complement when the rust stains inevitably appear themselves. Using the web clipper tool, little extension add-on, we're just gonna save this straight to our new board and pull it right over. This is our starting point. Everything in this bathroom is going to be centered around this tile. Let's start building. So what does our shower floor look like? This I literally just got by walking around the store. The hallowed halls of Floor & Decor called to me and I worshipped at every aisle. Now, something I don't love about pebble tiles, the grout. You can see in this photo, has a lot of grout spaces. Not my favorite, but we're gonna try to minimize that in the laying pattern. We'll see how we do. I like controlling the chaos. And while I love the organic feel of the pebbles underfoot, I don't love how they look in like straight to the wall. Nobody likes this, or I mean, one of y'all like this, but I don't love how the tile goes straight to tile. I don't know, it feels very like busy to me. So what I wanted to do is frame in, basically put in a rectangular frame all the way around the shower floor and then fill in with the pebble tiles. My poor husband. And to complement that Maui pebble tile mosaic, We are using this bad boy. Friggin' love limestone. It is just, it's the best. It's the best. It's probably not the best. It's a little bit porous. It has nooks and crannies, the fossilized nooks and crannies, but I love that. I love feeling like you have a little bit of history in your home. It's built-in texture, and maybe on the shower floor it's not the best call, but I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, we're gonna crop this bad boy. Okay, we're gonna make this a little bit smaller to actually reflect the scale a bit. That Maui pebble, I picked it in part because it brings in that same orangey reddish undertone that you see in the tile, and hopefully, again, will be easy on the eyes if we have some iron staining. The design has to work with it. We have to work with it. Because so far I've been working against it a lot, and it's winning. It's winning. It's at least beating me on the morale front. We like this. We like this. We're grounding the blues a little bit. We're making it a little bit neutral. It's feeling, though, a little coastal. We don't want that. What I would like to see is a dark wood vanity. You can probably see all the trim in this home is pretty dark. Ooh, I kind of match it. Oh, I kind of blend in. We're not changing that. We're gonna work with it. We need a very small vanity in here, like 24 inches or less. I'm gonna tell you all something. I actually kind of like this, and it's affordable. Dang. I like this bit here that it goes down to the floor. So many vanities right now are up off the floor, and it's like, what? You're gonna lose your socks under there. It's gonna get dusty. How often are you cleaning under that vanity? That's impossible. I love too a curved edge. Ugh, sexy. I have purchased from a vanity supplier that I've worked with in the past and liked what they had to offer for the prices that they were offering them. All right, we're really getting into it now. I'm excited. We're adding in that warm brass. This hardware is perfect. I love having that handheld shower, dual shower head feature. This is gonna make all of our blue elements really pop and have a nice contrast to the cool tones. Here this beadboard is coming in to add a little bit of sophistication, a touch of charm, and maybe a little bit of a historical vibe as well. Okay, again, this is just for the purposes of playing around. Okay, we're gonna make this a little bit bigger because in reality it's gonna be all over the walls. We're gonna send it to the back where it belongs. This might be a little too dusky. Paint colors, we're gonna play with them. But this at least gives us the feel. Yes, yes, yes. I'm liking this. It's feeling very blue. That's okay. We've got a little bit of the hardware warming up the blue. We've got a little bit of the veining warming it up too, but it's feeling very cool right now. And I already know we need to change our background color. And we want it to kind of mimic, I think, some of the color in the shower floor tiles. We're gonna just pick it out of this floor tile and see what happens. Yes, I like a little bit brighter. That's nice. That's nice. It still has a little bit of warmth to it because we got a lot of blue coolness happening. Now it's all feeling like very fresh, very new. That's great. But I do like when something feels a little bit more lived in. So if we can bring in any antiques in here, antique mirror, antique lighting, cool. Dare I say rustic in the search? Dare I? They're all expensive as hell. Why is everything so expensive, y'all? Just, gotta pay to play. Gotta pay to play. And I like to play. I like to play a lot. I like to play. I don't like cups facing up. Like this? No, no, no. It's because cleaning. I want things to be so easy to clean that they just look clean all the time. Cups pointing up means there's gonna be a bug in there at some point. There's gonna be a moth that flies in, gets too close to the heat of the light and dies, and I don't want to have to be cleaning that puppy out. So if it has a cup, at least face it down. That's priority number one. I also do not like clear glass. I don't want to, it's too visually busy, because you can see the light bulb, but more importantly, it's just hideous light. It makes for lighting on your face in very vulnerable spaces. The bathroom is a vulnerable space, and I don't want to look like a scary broad first thing in the morning because the lighting is just like, I don't want that. I don't mind full globes. I like that it's enclosed. Bugs are barely ever getting in there. But for this room, I really want it to be a little brassier. Oh, did I tell you there's not a single window to be had in here? So all of the light we're bringing in on our own, which means that this light cannot have a dark pendant. It cannot have dark glass. It cannot have a metal shade. It has to be white, opaque. It has to be. It has to be. Or else. This is looking pretty cohesive, but it is also looking boring as hell. Boring as hell. What does it need? It needs some contrast. We've got a lot of like mid-tones happening. We need something, I think, a little bit darker in here. I think we also need some more interest in metals. All of this brass is starting to feel a little too matchy-matchy, so what I'd like to do is bring in some iron, some wrought iron. This house has, I don't know what else to call them. It has Jesus nails, and all of the trim, it's put together with, I don't know what else to call them, carpenter nails. And I like the idea of bringing that dark metal into other spaces of the home in a more intentional way. So let's see if we can find an iron mirror. Of course we can. There's tons of options. There's lots of options. Ideally, it has a little bit of shape. It's not a straight rectangle because we already talked about this. We got a lot of rectangles. The only kind of flowy, roundish element right now is in the shower pebble floor, and it's kind of doing its own thing right now. So maybe if we can find an oval, I would like that. Let's try oval. I like that the Birch Lane mirror has the circles. That's not usually my style. Let's go see if they have any other mirrors. But what I do like is that it kind of, did I already say this? I like that it mirrors the pebbles a little bit. It gives that like roundy element that we're already seeing somewhere else in this space. I also want kind of like a small iron wall shelf above the toilet. Okay, what I like about it, it's simple. It's a little bit more modern, so it's gonna bring in a little juxtaposition. And I like that it has some like unfinished bits in here that might, in the end, like patina a little bit, maybe get a little rusty, and bring all of that rustiness in together. The shower, the iron, and maybe even our curtain. Should we go rusty with that? Okay, so we're gonna have this little shelf with some probably towels dangling from it. We're gonna keep the towels crisp and white just because they're easier to clean, I think, personally. And maybe a little vase here. I'm gonna save the styling. I don't wanna do all of the styling research right now, but I do want to find my shower curtain. I want a little bit of color here. And I'm thinking like deep dark. I'm thinking burgundy-ish, winey. I don't know. Now, I've never purchased anything from 2 Pages. I am thinking about doing this particular bathroom with them though, because they just look so elegant. Because their advertising is working on me, that's why. That's why. I think this shower would benefit from a glass door, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And it's, again, because I don't want to clean it. I don't want to clean it. And they're $1,000+ I just don't, for this home, think that that's necessary. But I'm liking it. I like it. Do you guys like it? I'm kind of nervous. I really don't like this light. Maybe I can swap that out for something a little bit more hip. Let's see. Brass vanity light. Yes, yes, this is what I'm talking about, this antique brass. This is what I want everything to look like. It's not gonna, but if I can have brass, 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 a little bit of antiquing, and then move into the wrought iron, I think it could work. What do you guys think? What do we think? Little flowers. I mean, I know it just looks like a mood board, but you saw how much work this is. So this is more or less our color palette, and let's add in some, let's add in one more color. Let's add in that yellow. Confetti, it says. Hell yeah, look how fresh that immediately makes it. I love it over here with this color. Just a hint of it really brings a lot of life in here. Yeah, we're gonna need to add some yellow for sure. So the vibe that we're shooting for, I want this room to feel lived in, warm, maybe like a hair moody. We're not gonna go super moody in here, but maybe a little bit. And I want it to feel pretty. I want it to feel pretty, and I want to feel pretty when I'm in it. So those are some of the things that I'm shooting for this time. Not every room is meant to make me feel pretty, but if I'm gonna be in the bathroom feeling vulnerable about my aging skin, I want to feel pretty in there. I want to feel pretty. So sue me, sue me, sue me, I want to feel pretty. I hope you're into it. I hope you stick around because there will be, in the very near future, a video where we actually see how these design ideas are implemented in the renovation. And it's a real room. It's a real room that I'm actually designing and bringing to life. So stick with me and you can see it and tell me if you like it or you hate it and what you would have done differently. I'm sure you'd do something differently. And I want to know. Thanks for designing with me today. I hope you come on back. I'll be here waiting and I'll have another video for you out real soon. See ya.